Hey everybody, it's Linda Hobson back with you, your hashtag online BFF. This is video number 10 out of my 35 video challenge. And I have been talking about the success traits of a success personality versus failure traits of a failure personality. And so I started with S out of success as the sense of direction, and this video is going to be U out of the success, because he spells it out, success. And we are talking about a chapter that's in Psycho-Cybernetics. And so the U in understanding, when he talks about understanding as a success trait, that, you know, a lot of issues that people have in interrelationships and communicating with each other is misunderstanding. And, you know, people expect that if they react to a certain situation in a certain way, that other people are going to react in the same way. And that's not necessarily true. My husband has a phrase that he uses all the time, that perception is reality, and that you know, you have to take under consideration that when that other person sees something in their way, you know, when we look at facts, we don't actually look at what the thing is as it is. We look at the mental image we have of that certain thing. And so, you know, if you've ever, you know, heard the story of, like, when there's an accident and there's 7 people that witness the accident, everyone will have a different story as to how the accident happened because of their perception. And so that's why what he talks about in this understanding part of success as a success trait is that you obviously need to look at the facts, just the facts, ma'am, and, you know, analyze those and be cognizant of the way other people are looking at those facts and how they are viewing them, to instead of just getting, you know, upset or angry that they're not seeing the same way you are seeing it. Try to understand their point of view, and things will go a lot smoother in communication and relationships, whether it be in business or personal relationships as well. And the other thing he mentioned, which was really important to me, is to successful people are not afraid to look at their own things that are issues, I guess, and because when there's something that you have, like, say, a fault, you know, everybody has their own issues. And when you tend to look at it, sometimes you tend to look at it through rose-colored glasses. And what successful people do is to look at what's going on, either with the situation themselves or, you know, whatever it may be, and they look at the facts, and then they analyze it and they go on. They don't cry over it, they don't boo-hoo over it, they don't worry about it, they fix it and go on. And as I mentioned before, in his when he talks about the success traits of a success personality and failure traits of a failure personality, at the end of each little snippet, he gives a prescription. So his prescription for understanding is to look at the facts and then analyze it. He kind of how do I put this? He kind of equals your inner self, your being, as, you know, like a computer, which a lot of neurologists will too, and like I mentioned in the last video, a goal-seeking personality, where you're built to seek out goals. And just like a target-seeking missile, you have to look at what's going on and use negative feedback to change your course. If you ignore the negative feedback, you're going to be off course a little bit, and then off course a little bit more, and then all of a sudden you're like on a different continent as opposed to where you need to be. And so he uses that as being, you know, looking at yourself, looking at the situation, look at the negative feedback, do something about it, correct your course, get back on course, and then you will hit your target, which of course is whatever goal you're working on. So that's the you and the success traits of a successful personality, and I will be back for my next video, which will be C in success.